Julia's own perspective. Julia pushed back against rumors about cosmetic surgery by sharing childhood photos alongside her parents. She emphasized that she has very beautiful parents and stated clearly, I've never had an operation. She also noted that seeing those photos should put speculation to rest. I think questions about Botox operations are gone. Fan observations. Fans on social media overwhelmingly point out a resemblance between Julia and her mother. Many comments stress that she's essentially a carbon copy of her mom. You look so much like your mom. These impressions are echoed by others who have recognized shared facial features like the eyes, bone structure, and overall look between Julia and her mother more than her father. Reddit reactions on Brandon, but indicative of strong mom-daughter resemblance vibes, although much of the Reddit commentary centers on Brandon and his striking likeness to his own mom. The intensity of fans' observations about parental resemblance serves to amplify the point that facial resemblance within this family is very strong. That said, most direct references to Julia point to her looking notably like her mother. Analysis: who does Julia resemble more? Likely more like her mother based on Julia's own posts and fan reactions. The consensus leans heavily toward mother-daughter resemblance. Julia showcased childhood photos that fans immediately connected with her mother. Her own words strongly affirm this. She looks just like her mom, which even she used as a playful method to silence cosmetic surgery rumors. Facial features, a breakdown comparing features side by side, bone structure, facial contour. Many note that Julia mirrors her mother's facial shape and structure quite closely. Expressions and eyes. Fans often highlight her facial expressions and eyes as particularly reminiscent of her mother. Her father appears more subtly in the images, supportive in presence and posture, but doesn't dominate the visual resemblance conversation. Creative writing: if Julia asked, who do I look more like, my dad or my mom? Introduction: as I studied those throwback photos of us, my little self perched on Dad's lap as Mom looked on, the question danced in my mind, who do I look like more? Body eye swept across each photo. There was Dad, with his warm smile, strong features, yet somehow I felt more of Mom in that smile. My nose, my eyes, Mom's mirrored in me. And yet, the tenderness in how Dad held me, that's in me too, in another kind of way. I remember growing up, people stopped me and said, "You're your mother's spitting image." That always felt like a compliment, like I carried her elegance and warmth. And yet, when I glance in the mirror, sometimes I sense the strength of Dad's jaw, his gentle frame. Maybe it's not about choosing one. Maybe I am the daughter of both, walking the line with Mom's grace and Dad's steadiness, carrying them forward in each expression, each gesture. Conclusion: in the end, I think I look more like my mom, but I carry the strength of my dad. That's who I am. They're blend in equal parts. Summary table comparison factor: resemblance to mother, resemblance to father. Julia's own view emphasized, looks exactly like her mom, not emphasized. Fan comments: strong consensus, carbon copy of mom. Minimal mention: facial features shared, bone structure, expressions less visually noted, emotional inference reflected in words and photos present in posture and presence. Final thoughts: all signs point to Julia looking more like her mother, strong facial resemblance. Julia's own affirmation and fan observations all align, but let's not downplay the father's subtle presence that helps complete the picture. From a creative standpoint, Julia is the beautiful convergence of both her mom in the mirror, her dad in her heart.